Okay, I don't know whether anybody will actually see me on a live on YouTube or not, but I'm going to do a YouTube live stream from the phone. Let me flip the camera around here. There we go. Much easier. This is what I wanted to show. I thought this was so cool. Check out those tomatoes. They sparkle in the sunshine. I don't know whether you can pick up that on this or not. Those tomatoes are tiny. They're never going to get big. Those are just cherry tomatoes. They actually aren't even really cherry tomatoes. They're Everglade tomatoes, which is a real small sweet tomato. It's an experiment. They're supposed to be designed for Florida. Let's see what else is going on out here. I think what happened is I'm only getting male flowers on these pumpkins over here. The things in the pots aren't pumpkins. There's milkweed. There's some Everglade tomatoes. But I think these red warty thing pumpkin male flowers have fertilized this pumpkin that I have over here, which is a Seminole pumpkin. I don't know whether you can really see it. It's down in here. Yeah, you can kind of see the tomato or the pumpkin on the other end of that flower. So we'll see how they go. Is there anybody in the live stream? Probably not. Okay. We'll turn it around again. I'm kind of silhouetted out there behind the sun, right? Yeah, that's better. Get me right behind the sun. Let me show you what's on the other side of the camera. Those are my Jatropha flowers. This can grow as a bush or as a tree. It really needs to be trimmed way back. Ooh. That vulture. It's probably eyeballing up my wiener dog. So this is the butterfly garden. Let's go back over here. Oh, we finally got a butterfly. I think this one's laying eggs. Check this out. See that orange butterfly? Go fiddleberry. It's looking for a place to lay an egg. There's host plants all over here. These ones right here are the host plant for that kind of caterpillar, or that kind of butterfly. And you can see we've got some caterpillars on here. There's a little tiny caterpillar. Let's get him in focus. Here's a bigger caterpillar. Get him in focus there. There he goes. There's an even bigger one. It's weird, that one's a different color. We've got a lot of fiddleberry caterpillars out here. I wonder if that one is a different kind of caterpillar or just a slightly different color. It definitely looks similar. It's like the stripes on the stripes on the one on the left are wider stripes than the one on the right. Maybe it's fixing to molt. The caterpillars, I guess they molt 4 times as they get bigger. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I wanted to do a live stream on YouTube because I've been trying to do TikTok. Now, you won't be able to find me on TikTok yet. It's a camouflaged account. I have been thinking about putting my name on it, but I haven't yet. Do anybody watching YouTube watch TikTok too? Because I don't watch TikTok. So I don't know whether it's going to be a good idea to do TikTok or not. From what they say, and this may or may not be true, you can make money on TikTok, where with YouTube, it's kind of set up where you need 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. I've been on YouTube for years, and I've never gotten to 1,000 subscribers. I've got to 750 and stalled. Maybe I should hide how many subscribers I have so more people will subscribe to my channel. I don't know. Maybe I can get subscribers on YouTube by sending people from the TikTok account, because apparently on this TikTok account, the few times that I've gone live on it, literally thousands of views. Where I do a live stream on YouTube, the most I've gotten is a couple, like 300, I think, views on a YouTube live. I've gotten some videos that have gotten some traction. Some continue to get views years after I post them. I don't know what the secret is to it, but some of them do, and most of them don't. So if anybody's got any, I don't know whether this will can't tell. If anybody is watching this live, please put something in the chat so that I can see if there's anything in the chat. Doesn't look like anybody can see me. Yeah, it's showing 0. So nobody's watching this anyway. I guess if you see the video later, if I even leave it up, you could leave me a comment in the video. Man, it's nice outside today. So much nicer outside than in the summertime. The summertime in Florida, it is just brutally hot and brutally humid. Bless you. The dogs are outside sneezing. They like to sit in the sun. Want me to flip it around so I can show you? There we go. What do you think, guys? The little, it's brown colored, but people call that red. The little red one is the girl, that's Buttercup. The black and white one is the boy, he's Badger. Those are my wiener dogs. Love the wiener dogs. If you like the wiener dogs, make a comment about them. Somebody's in the live now, it looks like. Say hi in the chat. Because apparently YouTube is not pushing this video. I think, from what the TikTok people were telling me, that was nobody's watching again. The TikTok gets a lot more views than YouTube. Whether it's YouTube just doesn't push the channel because I don't do lives very often, I don't know. There's got to be some kind of a algorithm to it. I think we just call it algorithm. Anytime we can't figure anything out, we blame it on the algorithm if there's a computer involved in any way. Yeah, on the TikTok live streams that I've been doing, which, like I was saying, you won't be able to find because it's under a different channel name. But the TikTok live streams I've been on, just people like joining and flipping through. I guess they're flipping through it. The TikToks are only really short, so people usually only watch for a few seconds. So if I'm doing a live stream and I'm on TikTok, it's getting lots of views, but nobody's watching for any length of time, or very, very few people are watching for any length of time. I think YouTube's built more on an algorithm of watching for a longer period of time. And they've been trying to get into that short attention span market using the YouTube short format, which is all I've been posting lately anyway. It's just shorts. Just go on with my phone, mash a couple of buttons, shoot a clip, maybe throw some music on top of it, and let her roll. I think that may be how TikTok was originally set up, and now they're trying to move into lives to make it more revenue producing. I know they're trying to produce revenue because they're doing this promotion with a network. You join a TikTok network, they set up a studio, and you can go in and do live streams right from the TikTok studio. If anybody is watching this and you're in Tampa and you want to hear more about the TikTok studio, leave me a message in the comments and I'll try and reach out and contact you, and they can tell you more about it, because I don't understand. Oh, there's somebody saying hello. Hello. Who said hi? Is that Gulag? Hello? I don't think it'll let me comment, but I'll say hello to you in the stream. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Florida Snowman, and I'm talking about YouTube live streams and TikTok live streams, and trying to compare them, because I was trying to learn about TikTok live streams by working with like a buffer. It's somebody that works for TikTok and for creators, and it's like a buffer trying to get the creators to make more money for TikTok. Of course, the creators on TikTok get paid, which is unlike the creators on YouTube. Small creators on YouTube, there is no network to help you to grow your channel. You're just like on your own, and if you figure it out, great. If you don't, no big deal. YouTube hasn't got anything invested in yet. I'm doing okay. How are you doing today? Are you in Florida? I'm Florida Snowman. I'm in Florida. So that's what I was talking about in the live stream. But I'll talk about anything you want to talk about, because there's only one person in here with me. I might as well talk with you. Oh, maybe there's more than one person in now. It's got a little thing up there where it tells me how long I've been live and how many people are currently in the chat, or in the room with me. So, oh, I got 2 likes. Thank you for the like. You can hit the like. It's no charge. Watching on YouTube, once again, no charge. There may be commercials on here. That's something that I can promote. That's something I truly believe in. I have a subscription to YouTube Premium, and it's great. When I watch YouTube, there are no commercials, because I pay YouTube every month a small fee, and I get no commercials. I watch on my phone, no commercials. I watch on my TV, no commercials, and on my PC, no commercials anywhere. It's great. I watch movies. Everybody's gone now. I'm talking to myself. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the like. I'm not trying to sell anything. I was just talking about it since we were here. I don't make any money if YouTube gets one more Premier subscription. And that's another thing I was kind of talking about, the fact that YouTube is never going to pay me for doing videos. It's just not how they work. They do pay people, but you have to have 1,000 subscribers, which I've never gotten to, and you have to have X number of watch hours within the last 365 days. I think I actually have hit that number at times, because sometimes I get a video that gets a lot of views, like Halloween time. There's one of my videos where I go through I don't go into it, but I go to a castle that I found in West Virginia, in the middle of the woods in West Virginia, and Berkeley, which is a little tiny town. I've driven through it probably 50 times. It was on the back roads between my best friend's house, he was living in Virginia, and where we grew up, which was in western Pennsylvania. We cut through all these back roads, and one of them led through this little town called Beckley, which had some springs, and I guess was a tourist attraction, or the closest thing you can have to a tourist attraction in West Virginia. And somebody that had a lot of money built a castle for his wife, or soon-to-be wife. He built a castle for her so that she would marry him. That's the story that they tell you about the castle. It's a wedding venue now, or it had been a wedding venue at some point. I guess the poor lady who wound up inheriting the house that her husband built for her had some interesting guests at her parties. She threw interesting parties, and there may have been some witchcraft going on. Who knows? But you can check it out. It's worth checking out. If you go to YouTube and search Beckley, West Virginia Castle, I'm sure there's multiple videos on it, not just mine. There goes my puppy dog. And we have got a bird out here. I don't know whether you guys into birds. I've got some bird feeders out here, and there's a finch sitting on there now, kind of watching me and deciding whether or not it's safe to get something to eat or not. I don't usually talk when I'm out here, so she might be nervous because I'm talking. Feel free to comment. You know, the comment, if you put a comment in the on the video, it is no charge. You can ask me a question, tell me where you are, what you're doing, what you want to hear about. I can hear a train in the distance. I saw one when I was driving home, and it was just a few minutes ago. It was headed the opposite direction. So I'm sure it's not that train I'm hearing. Any subscribers of mine in the I'm kind of waiting for the stream to hit 25 minutes. The people who are starting the TikTok network were telling me, if your live stream is longer than 25 minutes, that's when TikTok starts throwing more viewers at your live stream, because then they're sure you're doing something that's going to be lengthy. I guess they figure if you go 25 minutes, you're pretty likely to go for an hour or more. And I guess that's what they're trying to do. Stickiness, I guess is what it's called. They want somebody who's going to put up content that will make people stick and watch, which I guess is the challenge with TikTok. They have designed the app for short attention span viewers, and now they're trying to monetize the long-term viewers. They're trying to get people to watch for a longer period of time and make donations to the creators, which is how they're planning on paying the creators at TikTok. They want the creators to bring in revenue to TikTok by asking the viewers to pay for the content, to pay the content creator. They don't really tell the viewers this, but it's a 50-50 split. If you are watching a creator on TikTok and you make a donation, the creator theoretically is only getting 50% of that, and TikTok is keeping the other 50%. YouTube has some things like that. I don't think you'll see any ads for that on my YouTube live stream, but on other people's live streams on YouTube, I think that there is a way to give gifts and so forth. Not that I'm asking for gifts on here. If you want to give gifts to somebody, I'm sure there's lots of people out there that are interested in getting them. I'm not really trying to talk people that are watching me now into giving me gifts. That's one problem that I'm not really understanding. I'm having kind of trouble with that on TikTok. I kind of have trouble in my mind asking people for money. I guess it's because I don't look at my content as work. It's more like just having fun, hanging out. I'm not really trying to make a second career. My first career was enough. I'm fine. I'm retired now. I don't really want a job. As weird as that might sound. I used to work for a newspaper. Does anybody want to talk in the chat and tell me where they worked, or where they work currently, or what they do? If not, I can just talk about what I used to do. I used to work at a newspaper, not writing stories. Everybody thinks that when you work at a newspaper, you're a writer or an editor. And that's only 1-2% of the people that work at the newspaper are the people that write for the newspaper or edit the newspaper. I was in the sales department. I used to help people get their classified ads in the newspaper. People would call on the phone. I'd help them fit their classified, help them write a decent ad for whatever they were trying to do. If they're trying to hire somebody, or in the old days they used to put the help wanted ads in the newspaper. Who's saying hi to me? Somebody said hi. Let me get a little closer. Oh, look. I know who that is. I can interact with you, Bella. Are you having a good day at work? You must be on break. My Bella sometimes shows up in some of my videos. So if you're watching videos on my channel, sometimes she'll pop in and say hi. And look, we're like on a private chat now, because it's just me and you, Belle, it looks like. Only one viewer. I'm trying to get it past 25 minutes. We're almost at 25 minutes. When we get to 25 minutes, YouTube may push my live stream in front of more people. That's a theory that I'm working on, because the folks that are working with me at TikTok, the association says that TikTok only pushes out live stream after you've been live for 25 minutes. So going only on that hunch, if TikTok does it at 25 minutes, maybe YouTube does it at 25 minutes as well. So we'll wait and watch and see if more people join. One, you can see there's 2 likes. So 2 people have hit the like button, which is free. and only one viewer currently. So it keeps a tally of who's or how many people are watching currently, and it doesn't look like YouTube's pushing my video out in front of lots more people at 25 minutes. So that theory's dead. Maybe at 30 minutes it starts pushing it out in front of more people. So we'll wait and see. You can comment, it's no charge. You can hit the like button, that's also no charge. You can share the video out, I think that's no charge as well. If you want to send a link to your friend, if you want to make a comment, ask a question, you could do that. I could talk about working at the newspaper. That's where I was when Bella came in. Yeah, I was saying most people that work at the newspaper aren't writers. And the people that carry the newspaper and actually bring it to your house, they don't even work for the newspaper, technically speaking. They are subcontractors. They work for themselves. They get paid per newspaper. At least they used to. They might have had to rework paying them like that because they have so much trouble getting people hired to deliver the newspaper nowadays. It is incredibly difficult to get people to go out and distribute newspapers. Down here in Tampa, they only deliver the newspaper 2 days a week now. 7 days a week online, 2 days a week in print. What a terrible idea. You can tell that the people that run the newspaper are I don't know whether compromised isn't a good word for it. They're not the sharpest tools in the shed, the people running the newspapers. They came up with this great idea of only printing the newspaper twice a week and delivering the other 5 days a week online only. And they thought that people would place an ad in a newspaper that doesn't get printed but is available online only to subscribers only. And they thought that people would pay as much money for that ad as they would for an ad in print, which is crazy. You'd have to be completely incompetent to believe that the two things are equally valued. They thought that people would pay for an obituary that's hundreds of dollars for a print obituary. They thought they would pay the same price for an obituary that's never been printed. So we had to explain to them, no, that's not how this works. You can print twice a week, but you always have to give somebody an obituary in print. You can't just give it to them online only and expect them to pay the same amount for it. They won't do it. It's a big expense. It's an expense that only comes one time in your lifetime, and it's $12 per column line, and a column line works out to about 3 words. So every 3 words is $12 in an obituary in a major newspaper. It's unbelievably expensive to buy an obituary in the newspaper, and they thought that they could sell people an obituary that's not even in print, but is only available online for the same price. So it didn't work. They wound up having to shuffle things around and give them 2 days for the price of one, so that they would get 1 day in print. It's like another thing that happened at a different newspaper that I worked at a long time ago. They decided if they printed a newspaper with fewer sections in it, it was cheaper to print with fewer sections. So they would have a front section and then a classified section, and those would be the 2 sections. But they decided to put the obituaries in the classified section, not in the news section. That lasted 2 printings, I think. And they wound up having to give all the people whose obituaries ran on those days, they wound up having to give them an extra day and no charging it, so that they could run an obituary in not the classifieds. People don't look. People don't look in the classified section for obituaries, at least not nowadays. I guess that's something that they used to do back in the 1930s, but it's not something that we've done within the span of time where people were watching, or people can remember. They don't remember looking for obituaries in the classified, so they didn't want to look for obituaries in the classified. It didn't work out, and we told them ahead of time. The people on the ground at the newspaper in the department that helped people with obituaries explained to them that that was a really poor idea, putting the obituaries in the classifieds, and you're going to get complaints. You shouldn't do it. They had time to make a change, and they didn't make the change because they don't listen. I guess it's like that in any job. Well, he's ready to go in. And we are at 31 minutes and no viewers, so I don't really need to keep doing a live stream. I don't think live streams on YouTube in the afternoon work. Leave a comment below. Yes.